Welcome to the Elements of Spirit readings for the week of July 3rd, 2017. This is the free weekly reading series from ediblespirit.com, and I, your host, Michael Domitrovich. If you've been following these readings, you know how they work by now, but just in case, here's the primer. This is the reading for ether. Ether is the fifth element, like Mila Jovovich in the movie. It's the element of space or void or spirit, consciousness, just that great big space in which the other elements of earth, air, water, and fire are all vibrating. And the theory is that this universe and this world in which we live, and especially this world in which we live, is made up of those four elements of earth, air, water, fire, and the fifth element of ether. We've assigned in the description below elements to each of the sun signs. So the way this series works is you find your sun sign and watch the reading that's associated with that element after you watch this reading, which is ether, that applies to everyone. And when you combine those two readings together, you get your elements of spirit for the week. And each one of those readings has an affirmation with it that I give to you at the end, and that I include in the description, so that you can kind of check back in and use those affirmations to get a dose of this energy, which by watching, you're opening yourself up to. You're calling this energy in. If it's in alignment with you, if it's in your highest good, it should work. And people use them either like they keep them in their phone and they like read them and just get the little dose, or you can do like a longer meditation with an affirmation that works really well for you. I continue to be amazed by how these readings work. We're getting tons of great feedback on them, and I thank you for tuning in. So without further ado, let's see what's going on in the ether. Ooh, okay. It's a beautiful, gruesome one. Beautiful and gruesome. I get pulled to the solar plexus, and it says I am choosing to rip myself open, to reveal my truth. And it's not just truth, but it's my true self. Okay, so truth, true self. We're in the depths of Cancer season, which is gnarly. Just a lot of emotions riding high, and summertime heat, schwitzing, extremes, highs and lows, like the tides, right? Because Cancer's all about the moon too. High emotional period. I'm sure there's other astrological stuff going on, but believe it or not, this is not an astrology reading. Astrology. Astrology. Love astrology, but not an astrologer. Just use it for tools and meaning. Okay. But we're in this moment. It happens. So the image here is that of ripping the rib cage open, and the ribs it's the cage, the rib cage, but they protect the vital organs of the upper thoracic, right? They protect the vital organs of the heart chakra. Heart, lungs, diaphragm is at the bottom. What else am I thinking of? Is it just heart and lungs? Well, that's all I'm seeing. There may be more organs in there, but I am not a doctor. Sometimes my guides show me the body. In this case, we're talking about heart, lungs, and diaphragm. And here's the thing, is that the theory would be, during Cancer time, our heart is exposed whether we like it or not. But the reading here says that what's in the ether is this urge, this impulse in the solar plexus, the center of fire, the center of urge, solar plexus, compelling us to rip off our protective shell in order to reveal our true self. And choosing to rip myself open to reveal my truth / true self, we can put it as a period or a question mark, right? Choosing to rip myself open to reveal my truth or true self. If you feeling crazy, have you chosen to rip yourself open to reveal your truth or true self? Are you capitalizing, maximizing the intensity of this emotional time to get to the bottom of yourself, to look at yourself, to feel into yourself? And if you don't feel great, is it also because you're not choosing? So are you choosing to rip yourself open to reveal your truth or true self? when we get the ether reading every week, it says, like, this is what the climate is ripe for. This is what the space we're in is supporting or encouraging. And when we go into the different readings of the elements, they'll give us insight information into how and why we're doing this. Heart, true self, but also, true self, that which beats whether we want it to or not, that which is whether we want it to be or not. Truth, right? It beats. Autonomic, I think. Lungs, that which is sometimes automatic, breathing, but which sometimes happens when we don't want it to, automatic, but which can also, when made conscious, when enjoyed, can be deeply illuminating, because we are lungs have to do with presence, lungs have to do with capacity, with sadness, and with forgiveness. Interesting, I've never thought of that before, but with forgiveness, a sort of gentle moving through whatever it is that seems to be restraining you. You can't force through it. If you breathe through it one breath at a time, as the lungs do when you're in a nice, peaceful, balanced state. I mean, do you see how I just changed? My whole energy just changed. Feels great. And when you make it conscious, when you consciously move through grief, sadness, when you consciously breathe, take in what life has to offer, you're really using your diaphragm to drop and make space to take in this breath, to take in this moment, and to allow your heart to just keep beating with the support of your diaphragm, to allow your true self to be present with the support of your diaphragm and the willingness to take in what life has to offer through that support and through the capacity of the lungs. Making me yawn. Sorry. Okay. Then, gosh, I'm smiling too wide. I had dental work. I'm just pointing it out. Okay. But that brings us back to the rib cage and the idea of, if this feels like a really raw moment, ask yourself, have I already chosen to rip myself open, to remove all of my protection, to make myself raw, to open myself to this present moment, to my true self, to taking it in, to consciously breathing in what life has to offer by not protecting myself too much? Because it's so Cancerian out there, I don't think I could protect myself even if I tried. Of course you can if you need to, because cancers have shells. That's why they snap and they go back inside. But in your case, are you choosing? Are you taking it in? Oh. Here's the affirmation. I choose to this is a good one. I choose to deeply accept and allow the truth in this moment. I choose, solar plexus, to deeply accept and allow the truth of who I am, of what is, of who we are, of whatever's going on in this moment. It works. I choose to deeply accept and allow the truth in this moment. That's your affirmation for the week. Tune in to the rest of the Elements of Spirit for the week of July 3rd in a moment. See you soon.